Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining me once again on this Reverse Recruitment 0% Growths LTC. We have an encore from our guest.
Hello.
Heron joins us once again, and immediately you can see that we're a little desperate because we're using a secret book. We'll see what that's about in a little bit. Alrighty, so 2 Endgame is a map with 2 possible victory conditions. One is to defend for 15 turns. You can imagine we're not taking that one. Instead, what we'll be focusing on is defeating the boss Ludwig toward the bottom of the map. We are joined by Ulki, who joins directly from whatever he was doing in Joffrey's Charge 2-3. So he brings his speed wing with him and other items, but we don't get to control his inventory.
Now we're going to get to take advantage of the fact that Rayson replaces Leanne and has an extra point of movement to do something that Leanne actually wouldn't be able to do.
The action economy works out such that Rayson can go down there and Kanto back without risking death from the crossbow down there.
Yeah, there's specifically a warrior with a bow gun to the left there.
Mm-hmm. Titania has fallen from grace. She has 15 speed, which is probably like a story in and of itself. It's going to tell you about how useful she is.
Also has counter, which
yeah.
she probably shouldn't at this point.
Probably should have taken that off, but oh well. She does have a role in this map. It's not immediately apparent from where she's moved there, but we'll get to that. Sigrun and Janaff are going to be flying down because they are the only ones really mobile enough to get there this turn, but they are vulnerable to the effective damage from bows and crossbows. The crossbows will just kill either of them if they hit. We do not want to risk that. So we'll settle for killing 2 of the archers in the area. The remaining one has a longbow, and we'll opt to attack Sigrun from 3 range, which incurs an accuracy penalty.
Yeah. Sigrun has a little bit more defense than Janaff, actually, but has less HP, so I'm guessing that's why he targets her, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. It works out, because it doesn't burn any Laguz gauge. So that spot up there, around where the bolting sage attacked from, is a spot that, by default, Titania is actually deployed to. Titania is mounted. Mounted units cannot charge down ledges, so if you leave her there, she's just stuck by default in Reverse Recruitment, which is really funny. Even better, she is not on a tile that you can normally deploy to, so you can't move her around. It's weird. Like, she's not on a blue tile. So you have to undeploy her to get her to move around. Here she is actually being useful and luring an enemy away. We'll talk about that next turn. And here, so this formation has the energy drop Armor Knight in the middle. And I'm sure I understand you saw something different.
Yeah, so when I played this map in 0%, my testing indicated that those enemies would move into different formations depending on where exactly I put my units on the previous player phase. So I can imagine that there's some tweak you could make to this chapter to enable you to get at that enemy and get the energy drop, although it would almost certainly cost reliability returns.
Yeah, Sigrun, like, from 2 range, she's like 5-hit killing that guy. It's really bad. And from 1 range, like, it's tricky.
I think you'd have to crit him.
Probably, yeah. Which is what we're going to do anyway against Ludwig, because with our normal attack values that were briefly displayed there, although Sigrun would have to equip a different weapon, we will hit Ludwig for 8 times 2 with Janaff, maximum of 9 times 2 with Sigrun's Steelblade, and Ulki 4 times 2. This totals up to 42 damage, which is 3 shy of the 45 HP that Ludwig has. So we just need to crit him or proc something, but the stun proc chance is like 2% on Sigrun's bad fire rhythm. So
yeah, once again we get to see Grayson taking full advantage of his 6 movement, as well as that column being emptied, which is what Titania was able to accomplish. by luring an enemy out of that column.
Yep. So Janaff there has a 6% crit chance. We do get that crit. It's the most useful one we can get, so that's nice. He has just enough movement to cancel out of the way. And then Ulki has a 2% chance to crit. 2 tries, but again, really low. If only Ulki had crit, then Sagun would need the Steel Blade. But since Janaff got the crit, we can opt for a more accurate weapon. If neither had crit, then we would need 2 Killing Edge crits.
Yeah, and then I was wondering whether you would be able to improve the situation with supports at all.
And you can technically get a support in the prologue, but it only increases your damage output by 2, because Ulki's Water of Affinity gives 1 extra attack. Just shy. We're 3 shy, and we only get 2 from support.
Alas.
Well, thanks for being here again, Shrur. A lot of fun having you.
No problem.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Yeah. Join me next time for the beginning of part 3, where we'll find our axis of symmetry. Take care, everyone. Oh.